Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video with highlights about the Snowy Escape expansion pack and things coming in the game updates. This week was a busy week for Sims 4. We got a gameplay trailer for Snowy Escape, we got a blog post, we got an interactive map, we had a live stream. We also got lots of information about what's coming in the game update, both in the live stream and in some news articles, and we got a blog post about the skin tone updates that's coming in December. So essentially we got information about 2 game updates, more about the November one that precedes Snowy Escape, but a little bit also about the skin tone. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to talk about what's coming in the base game update that's coming in November. I'm going to go over some highlights of what we know about Snowy Escape. And I'm also going to do an info update, read the skin tones, which is coming in a December game update. So first thing I'm going to talk about is some of the things we're getting in the game update in November, which is expected November 10th, 2020. And the usual time is 10 a.m. Pacific. So one of the exciting things that we are getting is platforms and way more half wall heights. They showed that in the live stream, and the platforms just are very customizable, and the half walls, you can put them beside them. So I know I just recently saw someone posting about how, you know, like you go from one height to like the next height is really a lot higher. Well, no more. There's so many of them that I'm sure that is going to make a lot of builders very, very happy. And another thing that we are getting in this November game update is sentiments. That is something that is also going to be expanded on with Snowy Escape, but sentiments are something that our Sims will also get even if you don't have Snowy Escapes. And essentially it's sort of how a Sim feels about interaction. And someone I saw posting somewhere, I know I read Lisa B. Sims' blog post, so it might have been from her, where a toddler got a bath and she was resentful of like the parent or caregiver who gave the bath. So she had her own little sort of sentiment towards the caregiver that the caregiver didn't have. So they're not necessarily going to be the same. Like, so one Sim might feel one way and the other Sim may have no feelings about it, or they may have a different feeling, and you can have up to 4 at a time. Along with those sentiments, we're getting a new Sim profile. So when you look at Sims, you're going to see more information. Also because with Snowy Escape, they get the lifestyles, which will also be in that Sim profile information if you have that pack. So that's going to look quite a lot different. I see UI cheats is totally going to break with this game update, but you know, it usually does anyways. So obviously if you use that, you'll need to get the updated version when it is available. And then the other thing is that the very exciting news that we are now going to be able to have a rental lot type in non-destination worlds. Essentially, the non-vacation worlds are worlds that come with the base game worlds. Any of the worlds, you can place this new rental lot type, and now your Sims can vacation anywhere. Unfortunately, vacation destinations like the ones that come with Outdoor Retreat, Jungle Adventures, and Journey to Batu, you're not able to place residential lots there. It only works with the residential worlds. And then the Aspop radio station, which currently is only available with City Living, is going to be added to base game, and they're adding new music to the radio station. So the new music is what those who don't have City Living are going to only be able to hear. If you have City Living, you'll also get the music that came with the station. So the City Living music isn't available with base game. You still need City Living. So those are some of the new things that are coming with the base game update. So I am looking forward to a lot of those things. In particular, I'm looking forward to the platforms and more half wall heights, and actually the new rental lot type for non-destination worlds, because I could see that being a good thing. And there was actually a follow-up to the new rental lot type with respect to City Living. Apartments cannot be rental lots, but penthouses can, because they're just a regular lot sitting on top of a building. So you can vacation in San Myshuno, but you have to do it in a penthouse. Now, Snowy Escape, oh my goodness, there's just so much in it. I have to say, it looks like it's gonna be interesting pack, lots of things. It's a beautiful world. New World has 3 neighborhoods, and they each have their own weekly festival, and the festivals are Festival of the Light, Festival of the Snow and Festival. There's a children's festival, but that one looks really cute because I play with kids a lot, families a lot, I should say. So that one looks like it will be a fun one for me. But they all looked quite nice, and even like they showed the snow one, and there still was stuff for kids to do, even though it wasn't the children's festival. It does seem like a very family-friendly pack, I have to say, from what I could see, because as we know, that toddlers can even toboggan with someone else tobogganing down the hill. I have to say the distances to travel are not small, so probably isn't that easy for a toddler to get to the location. But probably better to have a toddler with level 5 movement skills so they can get there quicker. But other than that, it still looked quite good. And children can toboggan, ski, and snowboard. They can do all 3 of those things. And then the other thing that they have added is mountain climbing or rock climbing. And that's not something children can do, but it's still good they can do the other items. And along with the mountain climbing, there's a new social event where essentially you go and try to climb to the top of the mountain. And it's an interesting way. They showed it in the live stream where it starts at a bathhouse, or there's only one that comes with it. If you create another one, it could start there too. It looked like it had to start there, and you go and relax and whatnot. And then you go on to the next stage, and essentially you move to the next one and the next one and the next one until you get to the top, if you succeed, of course, and you unlock various things along the way from doing that. Along with that, there are actually 2 new deaths, one of which is that you can fall from when you're mountain climbing, and you can also die from the new vending machines. They can fall on you, but from what they described it's not like it's going to kill you the first time. It's like you have stacking moodlets, similar to when a sim is dazed. If they get dazed, they don't die right away, but if they go and do something while they're dazed, they have more of a chance of getting dazed. I'm not saying that. This just struck me as that was what it was like. But still, there are 2 new deaths for that. And there are 2 new woohoo locations. There's a mountain cave, which you can do that, or you can also just go exploring and have various different rabbit hole adventures, meet different things, get different things out of it. It seems like it's similar to the cave, like how it works seems similar to the cave in Island Living. And then the hot springs, not hot tub, hot springs is another location. Along with that, there are 2 new traits. The new traits are proper and adventurous. There are 2 new aspirations, and they are obviously both to do with the new world. One is extreme sports enthusiast, and that's an athletic aspiration, and the other one is Mount Komorebi Sightseer, which is a location aspiration. Obviously, you don't have to choose it to do it. You can just swap like I like to do all the time, but those are the 2 new aspirations. There is also a new career, salary person, and from what they were saying in the live stream, it's like long hours, and it offers various things. I think it's quite common for Sims who do that will probably become like workaholics or whatever that new lifestyle is that sort of goes along with it. And it is a rabbit hole career, and there are 2 branches, just like most careers in the game. And then the other thing is there are new foods, which includes the sukiyaki and like the special new table, which you don't need the special new table to do the sukiyaki. You can put it on any regular table, and unlike most foods, you just, when you have the sukiyaki, you choose it, you pay for it, and then everybody sits down, and it's a social experience while it's sort of cooking, and then they eat together, and there are new drinks. Some of the new foods have to do with one of the new lifestyles, which is like a health nut type thing, but other ones are from the vending machines. There are new foods for that, and the new foods from the vending machine, and there's drinks from the vending machine. They are ones that you can just like eat in your hands. And it looked like there were also some new foods possibly with the vendors that are there, and there's different vending machines depending on like the festivals, the weekly festivals. They each have their own vending machine and special things you can get from them, including clothes, that the only way to get them is if you buy them, and then they're unlocked in Create a Sim. So lots and lots of new stuff, I have to say. Like I said, this is just highlights. It's just touching on a few of the things. There is like the hiking and there's like a sign, and you can select whether you hike together or what type of hike you're going to do, one of which is meditative. And if you do meditative, you can go into like a surge emotion, which then lets you choose what emotion you want to be, like if you want to be inspired, angry, whatever. It seemed like there were quite a few of them, but you can get this surge emotion doing other things, including painting, and it sounded like it had some cross-pack functionality where if you do things from like spa day, like meditating on the scene, I don't know about if you do yoga, but there are other things that can bring it on other than just doing the meditative hike. There's obviously some cross-pack functionality, some of which was mentioned. There were some questions during the live stream. Sim Graham tweeted afterwards, one about the apartments, which I'd mentioned before, being whether you could make it as a vacation lot. But what was asked was whether all the new foods could be added to restaurants, and they can't all be added to restaurants like the sukiyaki and the foods from the vending machines. There are foods that come with the pack that can be added to the restaurant menus to make yourself like essentially Japanese style restaurant. And speaking of that, there is actually with City Living, you use chopsticks with certain foods, but with this pack, your Sims can choose whether they're going to use chopsticks and what type they're going to use, or whether they're going to use forks. So you can set that up front. And another fun thing is that there is actually a sign that you can place on your lot, and then on the sign it defaults to wearing no shoes, that they go in with their socks, but you can set it to be that they come in and they don't wear shoes, or they wear slippers, or they would wear their shoes if you have it set to that. And I just reading an article from Sims Community, and it seems like there is a decor like shoe rack that comes in base game. So if you have Snowy Escape and you place that down, that will function the same way as the sign. You can select it and have it change what Sims do when they come in the house. So children may be mischievous and not listen to the house rules. So it's quite fun. So there's lots. I am looking forward to seeing it. The world is beautiful. Obviously, you don't need seasons. The neighborhood that's got the mountain, it's like snowy all the time. There always will be snow. That deep snow is only in that neighborhood. Even if you have seasons, you will not see the deep snow anywhere else. And I was reading a tweet that if you do have seasons, you can get different weather on the mountain, but there will always be the snow there. And then the other world won't be just beautiful. The other neighborhoods won't be beautiful all the time. They'll be affected by the weather. So there's a lot. I'm looking forward to trying it out for myself, and I'm sure I've missed some things because, like I said, this is just a very high level summary. And of course, there's tons of information out there. There's articles from Sims VIP, Sims Community. There's like Game Changers had their videos. So there's lots of stuff out there. And there was videos from the 4 Game Changers who were involved with doing the builds that are in the world. James Turner, YT, Deligracy, Lil Simsy, and Simlacy. So they would have videos out where they showed the builds that they did in the world, which of course we did get a look at some of them in the live stream. So the other thing I'm going to touch on is the fact that there was a blog post giving us more information about the skin tone updates coming in December. They first talked about the fact that they had made some fixes that hit computer in October, and it was coming to console November 10th. That's the update that we're getting before Snowy Escape. I know there were some issues that a lot of people aren't really seeing, and they had acknowledged it, and they're still working through that. So hopefully we'll get some further fixes to that on computer with the November 10th update. That console should probably get at the same time. But the main thing is they actually showed us what it's going to look like. And they said December 8th is the date. And they're adding over 100 new skin tones. And you're going to have a warm, neutral, and cool category. And there are like an example of the colors. And obviously then there's miscellaneous for the other colors. And you can see the slider there that you can use along those various skin tones. So that's going to like greatly expand the number of skin tones there are going to be in the game. And along with that, makeup is also getting that slider, and the sliders for the makeup, there's a hue slider. It's going to control your color. The value slider lets you adjust the brightness, and you can adjust transparency with the opacity slider, and you can control how much color is in your makeup with the saturation slider. So that's going to really change those colors that are there significantly, and I might actually even use makeup more than I currently do because I don't really like the makeup that's there. It's just too not customizable enough. You know, in the real world there's tons of colors of makeup and there's just not enough in the game, so this is going to make a huge improvement. There's also 3 more base game hairstyles that are going to get some updates or improvements in the December update. Is going to include 2 children's hairstyles, the braided ponytail with baby hairs and a braided ponytail without baby hairs, and the flat top texture hairstyle, which I can't say I know what that is, so we'll have to see. I expect they'll show us screenshots like they did last time, which was added in after the fact. And they did comment that they've been working with consultants, including prominent community members like the Game Changers listed up there on the screen. And it was actually their suggestion to add the additional hairstyle without the baby hairs, which is why there was 3, because they originally said there was only going to be 2. So that's the update on the skin tones and the changes to the hair and the makeup that's coming December 8th. So let me know what you think about the new things coming in the November game update. Do you have a favorite thing? Are you excited for the platforms? And what do you think about Snowy Escape? I am looking forward to having my Sims go on vacation there and also having someone move there. It looks like it'll be fun, and it looks like there might be some ways to try and make something rags to riches out of it. After all, I was a little bit concerned when it was a vacation world, or, you know, the emphasis was on vacation, that maybe that wasn't the case, but it does seem like there might be some ways to make some money with the actual things that are there, so that will be fun to explore. But that's actually going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!